times right now are terrifying. That's why I spoke to my cousin, who spoke to his mom, who spoke to her sister, who's actually my mom, about a doctor who is an expert in corona and has a vaccine.
But more importantly, he looks the part. Bow tie, glasses, he owns books. If this were Science Tinder, I'd be swiping right.
Okay, Pete the Doc.
So how about you, Peter or Dr. Hotez?
Okay, so Dr. Bowtie, how long have you been working on the vaccine for the coronavirus?
Actually, for the last decade, we've had a coronavirus vaccine program, and up until...
Okay, hold on, wait. We've known about this shit for 10 years? Oh my God, I almost fainted. Oh my God, Dr. Pete.
Well, actually, much longer than that. The first terrible pandemic, or massive epidemic of our coronavirus started in 2003. And
You knew about this shit when I was 9?
yeah, and up until a few months ago, nobody cared about our coronavirus vaccine program. And now we're working furiously to get this vaccine and hope we can make a difference in this epidemic.
Turns out they were close to a cure in 2018, but then were denied funding.
The bottom line is, had we had those investments early on to carry this all the way through clinical trials years ago, we could have had a vaccine ready to go.
But right now, I'm more concerned about the health of my new best friend and mankind's last hope.
Okay, so Dr. Hotez, since you are old, what are you doing to protect yourself from the virus, since that as an older person, you're way more affected than a young person like me?
There's a kind of a false narrative about this virus, that it was mostly a disease and virus of older people.
Right.
But the new numbers coming out of the Centers for Disease Control show that a quarter of those hospitalized are people between the ages of around 20 and 40. Hello? You still there? You look a bit frozen.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. It's just, you said over 20? You said people over 20.
Well, I said people between the ages of 20 and 40, 20 and 44.
Okay.
So the bottom line is, this business that you only social distance to protect your grandparents, it doesn't fly. You're social distancing to protect yourself and your friends.
Oh, you guys, this was my weekend.
Oh my God, Dr. Hotez, please. I went to the Apple store last week and I touched every single iPad that they had on display. Oh my God. I went to these Brooklyn cough parties. Have you ever heard of this?
Doesn't sound good.
You go and then you cough into each other's mouths, and it's like a sort of spiritual, sort of tantric sort of thing. And sometimes it's just marijuana, but sometimes it's not.
Don't do that again.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm supposed to be indestructible.
So where's this vaccine?
Well, right now, the vaccine is in our lab, and we're trying to work with the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and see if we can start some clinical trials.
Woo! We got it, baby! So what's this? This is going to drop like Friday, what, like Sunday? What are we doing? Come on, we got the cure.
Well, here's some bad news. It's going to take time to test, because you have to go through a long period of testing to make sure that not only does it work, but that it's also safe.
Okay, so how long will that take?
Well, the models say we really need to have something by 18 months.
18 months?
We have the vaccine manufactured, we have to vial it, we have to now start the long process of clinical trials.
Okay, we don't have time for these trials, Dr. Peter. They have postponed the second season of Euphoria, and I only have 5 rolls of toilet paper left.
No, I'm not gonna waste my youth waiting. There has got to be a DIY vaccine that could be created using everyday household items.
I also have these crystals.
Oh, the crystals, those definitely work. So
All right.
I was joking about the crystals, they don't work either.
So can you tell me literally one good piece of news?
I'm happy to, and the answer is this will pass. The key right now is you can go outside, you can go for a run, even see friends, but keep that distance a bit, and it'll be okay.
Hey, I heard there's a doc who has a vaccine.
What? How did you?
I didn't get my hands on that vaccine.
How did you guys get in here?
Doctor, shouldn't Costa get first dibs?
I need a
Huh?
vaccination.
Well, if anyone deserves a
Excuse me,
vaccine,
excuse me.
what the hell have you guys contributed to
Excuse me.
society?
Everyone, get off. This is my interview. Go. Leave.
Whatever. Where do I
I
get
will
this
give you a
vaccination?
lifetime
Everybody be
supply
quiet.
of
Hit
toilet
me.
paper.
I
White
can't
guys
die
get
like
first
this.
dibs.
Let the woman talk.
People deserve a
Okay, guys, it's time to run.
You got a vaccine cost. The Trump administration is currently celebrating a coronavirus relief bill that would send most Americans over $1,000 in cash, which is an idea that sounds necessary and strangely familiar. Andrew, what the f***? Yo, the Republicans stole your idea.
Oh, it's not my idea, and I'm thrilled that they're doing it.
But dude, this is your idea. Literally your one idea. You're running on this one thing, and they stole it.
Well, they're not going to do it in perpetuity. That would be my idea. If they put it in place where we get it every month forever, then I would be up there, just clapping and cheerleading, because all of this stuff's very, very overdue.
Remember when you first started and you were talking about UBI? A lot of people called you crazy.
It's a convoluted cockamamie idea.
It's this move towards socialism.
It's all going to stink. You're going to lose your job. You're not going to have anything. So we're going to give you a big handout. I mean, I don't know that that's going to be inspiring to a lot of Americans.
Do you think Americans just needed to be pushed to the brink of death and economic collapse to realize that, hey, maybe giving people $1,000 isn't a bad idea?
On my campaign, I was talking about how more and more of us are going to get sent home because technology, artificial intelligence, robots are going to do more and more of our jobs. And now we've all been sent home. And we see that it's obvious that we have no way to help people survive this crisis but to put money directly into our hands.
Okay, but how much do you believe that this coronavirus is caused by AI? Is this the first step in the global domination?
AI had nothing to do with the coronavirus.
Just a coincidence. Just a coincidence that now we depend on computers more than ever. I'm talking to you on a computer. I'm also looking at porn on a computer at the same time. Because computers are great like that. You can multitask.
Computers are definitely transforming our way of life in ways big and small. But this virus is a totally different phenomenon.
Sorry, Andrew, I didn't hear any of that. I was multitasking. So how do you stop this administration from f***ing this idea up?
Well, we tell them just to keep it as simple as possible. Money in our hands, regardless of who we are, every month until the crisis is over. And then after the crisis is over, just keep going. Just say, you know what? Who knows? There could be another crisis around the corner.
Do you think we should add an extra $500 for all Asians as a racial profiling rebate? You know, just each of us gets maybe Venmo'd a few bucks every time a politician uses the term Chinese virus?
I do not think so. I think we should treat everyone the same, Ronnie.
Right, gotcha. Let's talk about it in the chat after this. I guess the last thing I'm wondering is, when you look at what's happening out there, do you think it's too late?
I wish we'd acted before, Ronnie, but it's never too late to do the right thing. We just need to start doing the right thing for our people.
What? No, I meant, is it too late for you to get back in the race? To run for president as an independent?
We need to defeat Donald Trump in the fall. I'm dedicated to doing that and helping the Democrats win in the fall.
Okay, got it. So we solve coronavirus first, and then vote for Andrew Yang as independent for president of the United States. Got it.
No, that's not right. We take care of our people, we get money into our hands, and we get Donald Trump out of there in the fall.
Whatever you say, President Yang.
Thanks, Ronnie. Not at all what I said, but stay home.
Oh, sorry, I can't hear you. I gotta close this window.
We all know that the healthcare system is under an immense amount of pressure right now. So I'm about to talk to one of the many New York City doctors who's fighting this crisis to find out what we at home can do to help. Oh, hey, Dr. Mike.
How goes it? Dr. Mike here, ready to answer some questions.
Wow. You look like a TV doctor or something, but you're a real doctor.
Legitimate board-certified family medicine physician.
Wow. Wow. Okay, he's not just an everyday doctor. Dr. Mike was also the sexiest doctor alive, according to People magazine. But I'm a professional, so that won't be an issue. Sorry, I've been quarantined for many, many days. How does it feel to be a doctor right now?
Well, it's scary times because we're facing equipment shortages and we want to take care of ourselves and our patients, but we also need to understand that we're taking a huge risk being on the front lines.
So just to be clear, we need to adhere to social distancing, even if we are young and attractive. Is that right?
Yes, that's really how it should stay, because you want to be socially distancing yourself from others in order to flatten the curve to decrease the demand that's being put on hospitals nowadays.
If you have to leave your house and you have to go on some sort of run for food or medicine, how close is too close?
Ideally, you'd want to keep 6 feet away from anyone that you're not familiar with.
Would this be too close?
In my professional medical opinion, I would say that's too close. So 6 feet and washing your hands.
Is this too close?
That would be too close.
Too close.
I mean, someone that you live at home with, totally different story.
I'm not quarantined with anybody at home. It's really just me.
Nice.
No, like what we want to do.
There's a child.
Sorry, it's my super. Just doing a quick repair on the refrigerator.
Sounds young for a super.
He's a grown man, but he's very small because we have a mini fridge.
That's not an adult.
Yeah. Dr. Mike, we're all pretty freaked out about this. How bad do you think it's going to get?
Well, my slogan here is alert, not anxious. Without getting emotional about it, you're able to make better decisions.
I'm glad you brought that up. I would love to talk about my feelings for a little bit with you, and I'd love to hear about your feelings. Right now, I'm feeling alone. Love to have someone to sit next to and crack open a bottle of wine. What are you feeling, Doc?
I do want to warn you that drinking too much alcohol actually impairs certain cells of your immune system from fighting off viruses and bacteria. So if you're going to be having a glass of wine, make sure it's just that, a glass of wine a night.
What about one glass of each type of wine? Like you could do one red, one white, one rosé, little champagne.
I think you're just adding more alcohol, and that could be even described as binge drinking.
No. Agree to disagree. But either way, thank you, Dr. Mike, for taking the time to speak with us. And thank you to all the healthcare workers out there putting yourselves on the front lines.
Of course, it's my job.
You have to go poo? Okay, I got it. Sorry, my super has to go poo. So I gotta go. All right. Thank you, Dr. Mike. Yeah. Okay, I'm coming.
Hey friends, I don't know about you, but I just finished watching all of RuPaul's Drag Race. Twice. So I started watching the news.
There is more grim news at the epicenter of the pandemic.
Total coronavirus cases have eclipsed
300,000
in a week. More than
8,000. And that got real depressing real fast. And then I started watching on mute.
Tens of millions more Americans.
And it's amazing. See, all the anchors are broadcasting from their homes now. So if you don't listen to what they're saying and just look at the backgrounds, it's like the worst version of Cribs. Check it out. All right, now I love me some Anderson Cooper, but this is a little much. It's like, we get it. You breathe. I mean, he looks like he lives in a real life game of Clue. He doesn't need to be worried about Corona. He needs to be worried about Colonel Mustard in the kitchen with the candlestick. Okay, how's this guy the same color as his wall? If he wasn't wearing a black jacket, I wouldn't know where he stopped and the apartment started. And is it just me, or is this apartment giving out real American Psycho vibes? Like, quick, get the bloodstained tarp off the couch. We're going on air. The self-isolation got to this lady, and she snapped. Look at that. Color-coded books. Why? For what? She looked like she live streaming from inside Pinterest. I mean, how does that even work? What should I read tonight? How about something blue? I'd love to see her in a bookstore, Excuse me, do you have anything in a seafoam green? Girl, what? Is that how a CNBC reporter lives? This dude's fireplace is bigger than every studio apartment in Brooklyn. He should check to make sure there's not an MFA student squatting in there. He's obviously got money though, I'll give him that. I can learn how to do the thing where you make money by watching a line on a chart go up. Hold on. Please give me $500,000. Expert. Wow, nice poster. Slow down, cool dad. Don't smoke all the weed. Why is he even there? I thought the colleges closed their dorms. Boring. Oh, this dude is Pennywise. Move on. I can't tell if this woman's going to update us on the news or sell us handmade turquoise jewelry. Woman, you're not in the Southwest. You're in Florida. I want to see the Golden Girls set. Give me cheesecake, lanai, shoulder pads, shoulder plants, Blanche. Yo, that man's bookshelf looks like a limp penis. And if there's anything I've seen, it's a limp penis. What's up with these candlesticks? It's like if Harry Potter's wand got genital warts. I don't like that. Is this a home office or timeout? Wait, does this guy have a framed picture of himself? Or maybe he's the picture that comes with the frame. Because his whole vibe is kind of the picture that comes with the frame. But also, is he single? Because, I don't know if I've been under quarantine for too long, but man's looking like a snack. Real two-piece and a biscuit, a real Lunchable, a real hot dog when you got home from school. All right, that's all for today, friends. Join me next time when I roast Trevor Noah's apartment. Like, what is that trophy? Did he win the World Cup, but for babies? See you then, bye!
I should be out fingering the pulse. Instead, I'm focused on surviving and thriving in my one-bedroom apartment. But while I'm sheltered in place like a boss, am I prepared for things like tomorrow or, God forbid, next week? Luckily, I found a place that's entirely focused on preparation. Fortitude Ranch. It's a prepper paradise with everything from self-sufficient farming to solar-powered luxury bunkers and weaponized gazebos that are there to stop marauders. I reached out to operator Stephen Renee to learn more. Stephen, how are you?
I'm doing great, thanks.
I'm not super big on prep. I gotta be honest, I don't think about getting a dinner reservation till morning of, and then it's a pain in the ass. Luckily, I know some people at Minetta Tavern, so I'm usually okay. Walk me through this preparation. Can you show me what you got?
Sure, let me show you some of the facilities, Jordan. This is the hardened bunker, 3 feet underground with 8-inch reinforced concrete. This is where we have all the different rooms.
Does nobody want to paint the wood?
As you come over here, you can see that we have restrooms for a family. There's a bunk bed that turns into a couch.
What kind of thread count do you have going on that bed?
I couldn't tell you exactly, but I could get back to you in an email with that information if you'd like.
That'd be helpful.
So here you can see an example of some of that shelf life food. So that's freeze-dried food.
Wow, that's a lot of beans.
Here's a different variant for a room. Wood stove working over here. So this is more set up for a couple.
Boy, they better really like each other. Right now, it definitely looks like something in a true crime Netflix series.
Life is going to change, right?
If you're going to show me yours, I should show you mine. The place where we're living, specifically.
I got it.
Yeah. Do you want to see? I just any kind of advice you have how to turn this into a hardened situation? I got a decent amount of records here: jazz, blues, garage rock for sure. Food-wise, you can see I got some sprouted chili verde rice, some Bombay potatoes, a lot of Indian food. Hopefully that keeps. We'll see. So Steve and I have a decent liquor cabinet over here. Shinar, Campari, Aperol, like definitely enough for a good week's worth of Negronis.
I don't think that that's really going to help you too much in a real serious situation.
Well, if it gets real serious, I'm just going to go straight gin.
Well, that may make you feel better for a limited amount of time, but I'm not sure in the long term it's going to do you much good.
Maybe he's right. Negronis will only take you so far. And since Fortitude Ranch says they're expanding to 12 undisclosed locations around America, I want in. Give me goats, tree houses, plywood, everything, and digestive problems for a year straight. Where do I sign up?
Well, unfortunately, you're a day late and $1 short. We're all full.
I think we're dwelling too much on the past. Let's talk about the future. I would be a real asset at Fortitude Ranch. I was an improv teacher. I taught sketch comedy. I once took a drunk painting class.
But we're looking for people who are more interested in being an asset than they are for comic relief.
Well, I'm not saying it's all going to be comic. I mean, a lot of the insights that I have inherently are not funny.
Well, at this point, we're actually down to a waiting list, so...
Fine. Who needs you anyway? I'll just stay put here on what the guy with the stand on Canal Street told me is 1,000 thread count Egyptian cotton. Noon.